Good morning, grade 6. Last time we had transitive and intransitive verbs. Now, these two kinds of verbs will be used in the discussion in our other sentence patterns. But for this time, we will be discussing about SLVC pattern. Okay, so our learning target would be I can use SLVC pattern. Okay, so there are four sentence patterns that we will be discussing for the third term. The first one is the one I mentioned earlier, SLVC. We'll find out later what S mean, LV, and C. So the next one is STVDO. If you take a look at this TV, that's transitive verb. The next is SIV. IV here actually stands for intransitive verb. And STVDOIO. So TV here stands for transitive verb. But for the meantime, we will just be discussing the first one, which is SLTC. So let's put it into chunk. Let's start with S. In a sentence, we all know that sentence always begins with the subject. So the S in SLVC actually means subject. Okay, the next one, as a sentence must always have a verb. So LV is actually a kind of verb. It's not transitive or intransitive. It is linking verb. So there are three kinds of verbs. Remember that. The first one is this one, the linking verb. The second and the third are the ones that we discussed last time, which are transitive and intransitive verb. Now, so as I recall, S stands for subject, LV stands for linking verb, and then C stands for complement. So let's put it into chunks and discuss each. So let's start first with the subject. Subject is the noun or pronoun in a sentence that is doing or being something. So say for example, in the sentence, Angela is the class president, we all know that the subject in the sentence is Angela. So that's it. The sentence SLVC pattern always starts with the subject. Okay. Next one is LV. As I told you earlier, LV stands for linking verb. So linking verb is a word or expression that links a subject with its predicate. So from the root word of linking, which is link, it links the subject and the predicate. So here are some of the common examples of linking verb. So for singular, we have is, I is for am is for I, as we all know. So was is also singular. Now for plural we have are and we have where. Okay, and here are some of the other linking verbs that we use. Be, like in a sentence, I will be a doctor. Okay, been, the past participle of be, and then this common linking verbs which are seems, feels, and tastes. Okay, so let's go back to our sentence earlier. So Angela is already the subject. If we will take a look at this sentence, Angela is the class president. The linking verb is the word is. Okay, so I hope we get that. Angela is the subject. That's S. And the linking verb is. So SLV. Now, let's proceed to the last part of the sentence pattern, which is complement. A complement is necessary to complete the meaning or thought of a sentence. So, from the root word of complement, it's complete. So, this is the noun, the adjective, or the pronoun that completes the thought of the sentence. Okay, so if we'll take a look at the same sample sentence earlier, the complement is the one that completes the sentence is the words or the phrase the class president. So therefore, the class president is the complement. So this is the pattern now, S, L, V, and then C. Okay, so now there are three kinds of complements. So the noun complement, the adjective complement, and the pronoun complement. So in our same sample, the class president actually is the word president is a noun. So it's a noun complement. Okay, do we get that? I hope we do. Okay, for the next one, she looks confident and responsible. Let's just recall the subject here is she, so that's S. The linking verb here, where aside from is, are, am, was, and where, looks is also a um, the linking verb. So it's a linking verb. Now, if we'll take a look at the one that completes the sentence aside from the subject and the linking verb, which is confident and responsible, I like the first one, which is the class president, which is a noun. Confident and responsible are adjective because they describe. So adjective complement. Now, for the third one, in our sentence here, our first one is the dog. So first part is the dog, which is subject. Is now is the linking verb. Now hers is not a noun. It's also not an adjective, but it is a pronoun complement. Okay, so to sum it up, the SLVC pattern means subject, linking verb, and complement. Now, complement has three types. It could be a noun complement, an adjective complement, or a pronoun complement. So, if you have questions, just write it down in our comment box. Thank you for listening.